Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Bernally and today I just want to share a quick dream that I had. I just want someone to please interpret it for me. If they have the gift of interpretation, please do interpret this dream for me. So I had a dream whereby the government or the main bank in our country was collecting all the monetary notes and coins and stuff like that in order to burn it, because the government was moving towards a digital platform for money, like the cryptocurrency. So it was actually moving towards cryptocurrency. And I remember in this dream, when the announcement was made that the banks all over the world were doing it, and then it was now being implemented in our country, I was now standing there and I was thinking to myself, okay, I have investments in cryptocurrency, but I need more. Where can I quickly buy cryptocurrency from with the money that I have before the government gets my money and burns it? And I was like, okay. So I had money, I had cryptocurrency. I have invested in cryptocurrency, so I do have cryptocurrency, but I didn't have enough cryptocurrency. And I remember standing in that dream and I was like, looking, searching for cryptocurrency to buy and stuff like that. And it just wasn't available. It wasn't available. Yes, so when I woke up from that dream, I felt like one of the foolish legends who had oil but did not have enough. And it also reminded me of Pharaoh's dream that he had, whereby he was being warned of the 7 years of famine and the 7 years of plenty, which Joseph interpreted. So maybe Joseph is out there and they can interpret the dream. It felt like a warning dream. And it felt like a warning dream, definitely.
So guys, this dream doesn't need any interpretation at all because it's quite clear and literal. Now, first, before we continue, nothing mentioned in this video should be taken as any type of financial advice because I'm most certainly not a financial advisor. Neither is our sister Bernally here, a financial advisor. Okay. So I'll have you know that the central banks around the world and the governments have already been burning cash. Yes, all of the notes that they want to remove from circulation, what do you think they do with it? They shred them or burn them. So the idea is not at all out there. You see, they have been doing this. But what I find to be very interesting, the most important and interesting part of this dream, I have to mention this part here first, because it's the most important. She said that while in the dream, and she'd received word, or she'd heard the announcement from the governments around the world, the central banks around the world, that they're getting ready to burn all the cash. That, you're required to turn in your cash so they could burn it. And the very reason why they want you to turn it in is, again, to remove it from circulation intentionally. So in that case, it would then become illegal for anyone to continue to use it. So that was the reason why they want you to turn it in, so as to completely remove it from circulation. So she mentioned that when she'd heard the news, it was at that time she was seeking to purchase cryptocurrency. So in essence, what I'm getting is that she didn't take cryptocurrency as serious as she should until she had heard that news that they were getting ready to burn cash, you see, and to replace it with cryptocurrencies. And that is the most important message from this dream. Because the majority currently right now, the majority of people out there, they still regard cryptocurrency as foolishness, guys. And a lot of them, they don't understand it. Neither do they understand that it has come to supplant cash. They don't understand, and a lot of them as well don't believe, even if you were to tell them. So What she said also confirms what I've shared with you guys and what I myself have seen as well. I've been telling you this for a number of years. She said that there was an announcement, and just recently I've also shared with you guys as well that they're going to like turn off the cash switch. I don't know how many of you guys recall that I mentioned that explicitly in a recent video that I spoke about the new financial system, that a time is going to come. I told you that I don't know if they're just going to get up and turn on a switch, but I know that it's going to involve an announcement, and you don't want to wait up until that time. You want to be ahead of them. And that's exactly what our sister just mentioned here, confirming everything that I've recently shared with you guys as well. You see, she said that the government made an announcement, and that is the key word right there, an announcement, which means that they have planned to do this. You see, and so when she'd heard the announcement and they started doing it also in her country, it was only at that time, you see, that she felt the urgency to go ahead and procure more cryptocurrency, because she also stated that she already had cryptocurrency, but she didn't have enough. Now, whenever I heard this, it causes me to ask the question, not only to myself, but to you guys as well. Let's say, for example, hypothetically, I don't want to freak any of you guys out, but let's say hypothetically, what if the government were to just get up suddenly and say that they're going to go ahead and commandeer all of these exchanges for whatever reasons, and you guys suddenly lose access from the exchanges? You're no longer able to purchase cryptocurrencies or to trade, make any types of trades whatsoever. If that were to occur, would you be satisfied with the amount of cryptocurrencies that you have now accumulated in your cold storages? If the answer is no, that means that you still have more work to do. I know for myself, it is most definitely not. I'm not there yet. I don't have nowhere near enough. I don't believe. You see, I need more. So if you believe that that is you as well, you have a lot of work to do. You also need to still be stacking up in preparation for what is coming. Because this thing is coming. Because Yah has not only shown it to this sister, he has shown it to myself. I too have seen it. A lot of countries have already gone almost entirely cashless. You see, look at Sweden and Singapore, countries like China, Sweden, and Norway, the Netherlands, just to name a few of them, South Korea. Some of them more than others. They have already gone cashless, guys, with some of them almost entirely gone cashless. So it's not something that is coming, it's already here, it's playing out. But according to this dream, a point is coming. We're coming to a point where they're going to have no choices. They're going to just get up and they're going to make the announcement globally that the banks are no longer accepting cash. They're going to be requiring people to bring in their cash so that they can burn it for the sole purpose of removing it from circulation, because they're no longer using that old system. It's going to be a new system, which is the digital platform, as she mentioned. Cryptocurrencies, guys. You see, it is here right now. And unfortunately, a lot of people aren't taking it as serious as it is, unfortunately. You see, because I've also seen visions where it's also coming to my country as well. Yah showed me the app that we're going to be using, a blue color app, and it's going to be used on a much more powerful smartphone. We're going to need a much more powerful smartphone to power that app. And everyone's going to be required to use it. It's going to be mandatory. So you see, everything that she had mentioned in this video is just a confirmation to what Yah had shown not only to myself, but to several others out there as well. And that is the importance of getting ready beforehand, not to wait up until the time when they make the announcements, which is going to catch the majority off guard. I saw them, guys, in so many different visions. Even in the vision of the buffet, I saw that I was already in, and on the outside was the majority of the people of the world. And they had to wait in lines. If you think those bank lines were long, you just wait until the lines to purchase cryptocurrencies comes around. Everyone was there outside, waiting in lines to get in to purchase cryptocurrencies. And at that time, they're going to have to purchase it when they have already appreciated, you see. And that's how the wealth transfer is going to occur, because all of that liquidity from the people of the globe, it's going to be coming into those who are already in, and cause your assets, your holdings to appreciate. So they're going to be at the literal back of the line, unfortunately, because they didn't believe. A lot of them, I know they've been mocking several of you guys, not only myself, in regards to this cryptocurrency. Whenever you tell them to, to stack up because it's important, you're going to need it in the future. Oh my goodness, guys. I feel it for them. You see, especially some of my family members and several people that I've told about it. Some have taken heed, which I'm very happy about. They're going to secure their future because they actually believe. But for others, a lot of them, and many of you guys, family members and mine as well, they still don't understand. Some of them see it as foolishness. This is where you're going to have to come in. You're actually going to be their saviors, as a matter of fact. Because just like God gave Joseph the wisdom to store up the wheat for the 7 years of famine that was coming, in the same manner, these cryptocurrencies are literally like that wheat that Joseph had stored up. And God has given not only myself, but several of you guys this wisdom and understanding that storing up these cryptocurrencies now on our cold storage, that is, because that's the most secure way so far, storing up on these cryptocurrencies in preparation for this switch that is coming is not only going to secure yourself, but it's going to secure also your family and friends' future as well. Even for these ones who don't believe, you're going to have to go and show them love, because that is the very purpose. That is what it means to be a Joseph. Even when they have mocked and laughed at you beforehand, when you had warned them, and they themselves even had the cash beforehand that could have purchased some as well. I know it's going to be hurtful. It's going to be hurtful, guys. You see, you still have to show them love so that they may know the grace and love of God in this way. You must not only think of yourself, but think of these people as well. Because I'm pretty sure that without your help in the future, many of them would starve to death. They wouldn't make it. So you have to take them into consideration as well. Your family members, friends, and whomever Yah may lead to you. You see, as God leads you. Because Joseph, because of his wisdom, he had saved all of Egypt, as a matter of fact. So you have to think big as regards your stacking up, of your cryptocurrencies. Think big. Don't only just think of yourself. That would come off a little bit selfish. Think of your friends and family and whomever Yah may lead to you. Think big, and Yah will pour out a big blessing upon you. So now we still have a lot of work to do as regards storing up. You see, because what we're doing now, whenever you're storing up and stacking up on your cold storages, you're going 10, 100 steps ahead of the beast, ahead of the government, because they have this plan and it's coming up. It's going to catch the majority by surprise. And it's at that time, whenever they make these announcements, that the lot out there are going to find out that they're, as they call it, they're cooked. They're going to feel so much regret that they didn't listen to you, many of you guys that have been telling them to prepare, and they're going to rush to get in, because a lot of them, you know how they value their finances, and you try to tell them so that they could take advantage, but they didn't believe and they didn't do it. And this is what's going to happen, right? The tables are going to be turning. I'm telling you, a great reshuffling is going to be coming in that Forbes 100 list, that Forbes billionaire list. A great change and a great reshuffling is going to occur in that list. Believe me, because what's going to happen is this. Everyone that's a multi-millionaire or multi-billionaire in fiat currency, whenever this switch occurs, they're going to suffer great loss. Because I'm telling you that overnight, whenever the time comes for them to switch to purchase into cryptocurrency, they're going to lose more than 50% of their entire value. You see, everything they own, all of that money, they're going to lose up to 80% of it overnight whenever the time comes for them to switch into cryptos. So in this way, many of these current multi-millionaires and multi-billionaires, they're going to lose a lot of their wealth. They're going to become broke, guys. Yes, especially if they didn't beforehand prepare out of wisdom and to purchase into cryptos early while the prices are cheap. and to position themselves even as you and I are now currently positioned. If they didn't do that beforehand, they're going to lose a lot of their wealth. And you can mark my words, I know exactly what I'm talking about. You see, because I see it coming beforehand. Yah has shown it to me. So this is the words of God being fulfilled as regards those who are last will be first. You see, the tables are about to turn. And Yah has shown so many signs out there for those who are looking for them. You see, everywhere. I'm pretty sure that these signs are not only occurring in my country. Whenever you go to the banks, usually you used to have the long lines. Those are no longer there. What you see now is just less people are allowed to go into the banks because they're doing less activities in the banks. That's one of the signs. And another sign is the world is going through a global liquidity crisis. And that's for anyone that's paying attention. There's literally not enough money to go around. And why do you think that is? Are they unable to print more money? No, they've been doing this. They can print as much money as they want. This is deliberate. They're deliberately removing money from circulation. It's being limited. So when even several times, it's not only one or two times, several times, guys, when I go to remove money from the ATM machine, sometimes I have to be making multiple withdrawals to take out a certain amount of money. So they're putting these ridiculous limitations on withdrawals. And I tell you, I find it to be insufferable. My goodness, I don't like that at all. You see, so hence I'm pretty glad that I'm, making alternative preparations away from that system. You see, I'm glad that I'm several steps ahead of them, because people are going to they're going to suffer. All of this is just signs of what's coming down the road. I see so many people complaining about the exact same thing, that they aren't allowed to withdraw a certain amount of money from the ATM machines. And if they're withdrawing certain amounts, they have to do it in small portions. I'm talking about multiple withdrawals, which can end up spending so much. It's like a waste of time, guys, and energy. And then also recently, they started freezing deposits, freezing people's deposit. All of these shenanigans the banks just recently started coming up with that are starting to turn a lot of people away from the banks. And they don't know that all of this that's occurring is a sign of the change of the financial system that is occurring. A lot of people, they're seeing it, and I know that they sense that something's going on, something's not right. Whenever they go to collect remittances, is the exact same thing. They're having a lot of issues that seems to be winding down as well. They're going out of business. It's the change that is taking place, and very, very few are the wiser. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm sharing all of these videos, so as to make people aware, so that they may not be, caught off guard whenever this thing occurs, and to prepare yourselves beforehand. So guys, there it is. Our sister said that she felt that it was a warning, and it most definitely was. It was a warning not only for herself, it was a warning to anyone that is able to hear me and who will listen, to hear us rather, through these messages. You see, it is most definitely a warning from the Lord, because he knows what's coming ahead. We don't. We're living in the dark, except for anything that he shows to us. So this is very important, guys. We have to continue, storing up in preparation for not only for ourselves, but for those who are ignorant and the stubborn ones as well. So that is it for this video. The governments are getting ready to get rid of cash altogether. And we have to, exchange our cash, because cash is going worthless. The value is depreciating, and at some point they will literally burn it. It will be completely worthless. And we'll suddenly find ourselves using a new financial system, which is cryptocurrencies. Guys, all money from all sectors will flow into cryptocurrencies. You see, it is the new financial system. It is that simple. Money from everywhere will flow right into trillions upon trillions, as I've explained to you guys in recent videos, will be flowing into cryptos. So just know and understand that. Do with this information, guys, what you will. You guys, please take very good care of yourselves. Peace. Shalom. Until next time.